Okay, now once we are done with the EET calculation, earliest event time, now we proceed to the LET calculation, the latest event time. Okay, the EET just now we started with event number 1. Okay, and continue to the rest of the event. We follow the sequence by event number. Now for the LET, latest event time, we have to go backward. So always start with the last event first. So the last event is event number 9 over here. Whatever we have up here as the EET for the last event, automatically it becomes our LET for the last event. Okay, apa saja kita ada kat atas ni, we transfer down. Okay, so that will be our LET for the last event. Now we go backward. We are now at event number 9. We go backward to the next event, that is event number 8. So for event number 8, to calculate the LET over here, what is the activity or the line pointing at event number 8? You have to search that one. Okay, what is the line pointing at event number 8? Going backward. Maksudnya cari yang tak ada anak panah. Okay, the line pointing at number 8 or event 8 going backward is this one. Not this one. This is pointing forward. Ini menghala ke 8. Ini menghala patah balik ke 8. Okay, so patah balik going backward only this line. Okay, so to calculate LET for this event number 8, we just consider K. So how to calculate LET for this event number 8? We take the previous LET because K comes from event number 9. So the previous LET, it was 36. Minus, for the LET, we have to minus off. Minus 12, we get 24. So because of this is the only line, so we have only one consideration. So 24 is down here. From event number 8, we go to event number 7. Search what is the activity pointing at event number 7 backward. Cari line ataupun aktiviti yang menghala ke event 7 secara patah balik. So the clue is always search for the line that has no arrow. So this is the only one for activity J. This one. So to calculate the LET for event number 7, we take the previous LET because J comes from event number 8. So this will be the previous LET. 24 minus the duration for J is 10. So we get 14 over here. Okay, 24 minus 10. So now event 7 is done. Now going backward lagi. From event number 7, we go to event number 6. So search how many lines are pointing at event number 6 backward. As usual, search for the arrows that do not have arrows. Search for the lines that do not have arrows. So we have one over here pointing at 6. And another one here also pointing at 6 backward. So we have two considerations to make. Okay. So how to calculate this? Okay, I bring the calculation down here. Okay, first calculation is we consider activity I first. Okay, activity I comes from event number 9, so the previous LET it was 36. This is for activity I. 36 minus the duration for I is 8, so the answer is 20. Okay, 28. 36 minus 8, it is 28. Now, there is one more line going backward to event number 6, that is the dummy line. Okay, the dummy line, what is the previous LET? It comes from event number 7 here, so this is the previous LET, it was 14. Minus the duration for dummy is 0. So, the answer is 14. Okay, for the LET, we always take the lowest one, not the highest one. So 14 will be over here. Okay, not 28. EET we take highest, LET we take lowest. Now done with event number 6. Now we go to event number 5. How many lines are pointing at event number 5 backward? We have activity G and we also have activity H going backward. So consider G first. G, the previous EET, G comes from event number 6. The previous EET, it was 14. Minus duration for G is 4. It is 10. The answer is 10. For activity H, H comes from event number 7. The previous EET, it was 14 as well. Minus the duration for H is 6. So the answer is 8. So between these two, we take the lowest, so 8 is over here. And 10 is omitted. Then from number 5, we go to event number 4. How many lines are pointing at event number 4 backward? We have only one line over here, that is for activity E. So E comes from event number 9. This is the previous LET. 36 minus 10. The duration for E, so over here is 26. From event number 4, we go to event number 3. Only one line pointing at number 3 backward. So it is activity D. Activity D comes from this event. This is the previous LET, 36 minus 12. So it will be 24 over here. And we go to the next activity, that the next event, that is event number 2. How many lines are pointing at number 2? Okay, how many lines are pointing at number 2? We have 2 lines are pointing at number 2. So that is for activity B. We calculate for B first. B comes from this event. So the previous LET, it was 24. Minus the duration for B is 7. So we get 17 over here. And C is also pointing at event number 2 backward. So for C, we take the previous LET, it was 26. Because C comes from event number 4. Minus 8. We get 18 over here. So between these two, we take the lowest. So 17 is here and we omit the highest. Okay. And the last event, that is event number 1, we have 2 lines pointing at event number 1, that is for activity A and also for activity F. So for activity A, we take the previous LET because A comes from event number 2, so this is the previous LET, 17 minus 6, so we get 11 over here. And for activity F, it comes from event number 5. The previous LET, it was 8. Minus the duration for F is 8. So we get 0. So between these two, we take the lowest and 0 will be here. Okay, to know whether your calculation is right or wrong, you have, how to check? You have to get 0 for the LET calculation. By hook or by crook, you have to get 0. Mesti dapat 0. If you have one option only, it must be 0. Kok mana pun. Your calculation must get 0. If you have more options, at least one of the options must be 0. Because you need and you must choose 0. 0 must be here. It means now. Okay. So if you don't get 0 for any option, it means that something is wrong somewhere. You have to go back and recalculate. So this is the calculation for LET. Okay.